mean to him because he probably talked to the guy for 8 hours and all he extracted was one poopy thing he said about me. So they're like this walking Disneyland like environment, you know. It's like bell bottoms, pot. They're chicks. All then there's like pot, you know, smell coming from all emanating from them, and they just sit in their dressing room, listen to Southern Pride rock. They're kind of hot. It's like this weird. You enter Disneyland when you enter their dressing room.
It is kind of groovy.
Yeah, it's very groovy. They have like scarves on the lamps, very Keith Richards. It's kind of cool. So we've been playing these 20-minute sets at radio shows, plugging our record. Oh, great.
Is it?
No! Blows.
It blows. Well,
did you have fun, though?
I don't know.
Well, it's sometimes fun, you know, and you know, I've been a sellout from day one, so I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, all right.
Do you think there's a point in a band's career where a band sells
Is that a clatter ring?
It certainly is.
That's gorgeous.
Thank
you
you
don't know
very
how many of those I've gone through. My wedding ring was a clatter ring with a big emerald in it.
What do you break them?
No, I actually put it in, you want to know what happened? You guys want to know?
Go ahead, tell us.
Yeah.
I kissed somebody since my husband went away. I swear to God, this is a true story. I kissed somebody and it broke while I kissed this person. And so I never kissed anybody else. I was like, wait, I'm sorry. So I put it in repair and I decided to get it girded really heavily and made it bigger.
Did he give you the ring? Did Kurt give you the ring?
Yeah, no, he had it made in Dublin, actually, with this big emerald. But isn't that weird and scary? I shouldn't have said that on the radio. Now everybody knows that I kissed somebody. But I was drunk and sad, and I kissed this guy, and I think Kurt always hated this guy. That was what it was, and so it was the weirdest thing. Crack.
Man, that's wild.
It didn't like fall off my hand, but it literally broke. It cracked right up there. So that was really weird.
That's amazing. That's pretty for real.
That is totally for real, and there's witnesses, and it's in the jewelry shop right now. So.
Oh man.
You're driving back up to L.A., but you picked out like at least 2 songs so far. We're looking for the third one
at
this
this point.
point.
The Pixies and the Bunnymen.
Okay, you got to come over here on the mic. So tell everybody now.
Pixies and the Bunnymen.
I'm a huge Bunnymen fan.
Yeah, so is everybody. You know, but they just won't come out of the closet.
Who's closer to our age is.
No. 13-year-olds. No. I had a 20-year-old nanny who totally loved. That's his classic rock.
Right.
Right. You know, me being 21 and stuff. No, it's his classic rock, like Duran Duran, and that's their classic rock, whereas my classic rock is sort of Boston Journey. But a lot of people that are our age won't come out of it. Like, I think the guy in Pavement came up to me because we were covering Do It Clean. He goes, God, you're so brave. And I'm like, why? He goes, that you'll admit it. And that's why I gave Rolling Stone that picture of me and my first band where we're all goth.
Right.
Because I was a full death rocker. What's wrong with admitting it? Come out of the closet. It's nothing embarrassing. You can take your flannel off. It's cool. We all know you have a Love and Rockets record. Come on, man. Face it.
They were a great band.
Yeah, can I have Bela Lugosi's Dead again, please? Click.
And we still have the 12-inch here.
Right.
Can you believe it? That it still gets requested like every day.
Especially in San Diego. That's the problem I have in San Diego is that no death rockers come to see us, and we are such a death rock band. Everyone except Melissa's 22, who's pretty death rock, in our band has death rock roots to the bone, big time. I have a picture of Patty, she's so busted, skull, like earrings, you know, and Eric just full black hair, all teased, and Billy Pumpkin, you know Billy Pumpkin, that was one person Kurt hated. Anyway, he, I got another one. There's a song about me and Kurt on this REM record, and I'm not being Angie Bowie, called Crush with Eyeliner. And you have to play it.
No, on the full album.
Yeah, it's called Crush with Eyeliner.
Do you know what track it is? I think it's marked on there.
I don't know. It's called Crush with Eyeliner.
There you go. That one.
She's 3 miles of bad road. Okay, Michael.
3 miles of...
She's a sad tomato. And he brought me eyeliner last night at Kira. It's pretty fun. So, but of course it was Aveda, like I said.
Right.
In Rolling Stone.
As opposed to the
cruelty.
The cruelty stuff.
Yeah,
so
but...
Are you going to come back? What's the...
San Diego? No, well, I really think, you know, I know there's like this huge like goth scene here, and my whole thing is that like the first 2 girls to get samplers win, right? It's like, why do 99.9% of all men on the planet have an Emacs? You know, they're so easy to work. And no girls have done it, and so I just bought an Emax, and I'm going to get a sampler, and I know this is... we're not going that way, but I think it would be really cool to, like, have a foot pedal and be able to play, you know, like the fiber optic sound of Conception or Pachelbel Cannon in 5 under sort of a grunge thing or something, and I've been waiting for some girl to get a sampler and be good at it, and it hasn't worked.
And you'd hire her?
No, just for themselves. Just so they take over that boy territory, that sort of men, you know, Mitzareb territory, and no girls done it. But San Diego's got that scene, and I always get annoyed that I never see goths at our show.
So now it's up to you.
Undead, undead, undead. You know, if you listen to our first record, all it is a combination of badly played Mudhoney riffs and badly played Bauhaus riffs ripped off. That's all it is. So sort of both, you know, Stooges, grungy, and death rock. But I'm proud. I'm a new waiver, so for me, music stopped in '83, you know, and it hasn't gotten better. So.
It stopped in '83 and a half, actually.
Yeah, well, Ian McCulloch's been like doing interviews lately and saying that the only 2 greatest bands in the world
Have you heard his new stuff yet?
I haven't heard a lot of Fiction. Is it any good?
You're gonna love it.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't tell it's him right off the bat, but.
Oh, well, that's kind of important.
Electrofiction.
But he's in the best 2 bands, you know, in the world were his band and Nirvana, and I agree. Except the Psychedelic Furs are in there, and then I met Richard Butler this weekend, and I touched him, and that was really funny, and then he made a proposition. Anyway. And, you know, when I was 15, I would have just jumped, and now I'm like, well, first of all, you know.
You're 16, and you can't jump.
I'm 16, and I can't jump.
You don't want to break any more rings.
And my wedding ring's in the shop, dude, and I got to stay away from I'm going to be a lesbian.
So we've got a bunch of cool bands here from San Diego.
I know, you got a whole big scene going on down here.
Huge scene coming out. You got to come down and just hang for a week.
What's the happening scene? I better start claiming my San Diego native thing.
There you go.
Like every town you go to, it'll say like Minneapolis native, Courtney, you know, Portland native, Chicago native, New York native. And I did live down here once because my very first boyfriend was from here that I went out with for 3 years, and I would spend Christmas down here, but then he dumped me.
In your golf days?
Where are you living down here? The beach? On the beach?
We lived at his grandparents' house on food stamps.
Well, that's cool, though.
In the basement. I hate the damn beach. What are you talking about? And then and then we moved with his mom, who lived in Malibu on the beach. So it was pretty miserable 3 years.
So you can claim that you're from San Diego, then.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You
San
and,
Diego native.
Yeah.
You and Tom Waits, you can.
Liverpool native.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Hell, if you've been there, you lived there.
No, I lived in Liverpool for a year. So like, I'm not a native. They kicked me out of town. I tend to get kicked out of town. That's why I like Seattle. And L.A.
They haven't run you out yet?
No, they won't. They like me. I'm good for the community. I do good things, you know. And there's a whole little neighborhood. The Starbucks people, Starbuck, Peter Buck. But everyone just bugs me.
How's his club? You go to the Crocodile Cafe.
No, that's Stephanie's club.
That's isn't that like his girlfriend / wife?
Yeah, Stephanie's club. That's Stephanie's club. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool.
And they just had a kid too?
2, Zoe and Zelda.
They had twins?
Yeah, the girl in the back of the car, Stacy, she's my nanny, and like she goes up there sometimes. And they had a crazy nanny who would, she was English, which should have given them a tip off in the first place. And she wore a different REM shirt every day, and then she would like look at notes that they would leave, and she would go, is this Peter's handwriting or Stephanie's? And if it was Peter, she'd pocket it. And then she had this huge bunch of posters on the wall of like tons of Michael posters, and she would come down to our house, and Stacy, who's at the back of the car outside, was just like, had to follow her around the house because I finally got rid of her.